Hello everyone and welcome back to a brand new Way of the Hunter video, and today we're going to be discussing the top 5 things that need to be added to this game. First off, they need to add a Trophy Lodge DLC. It's something that is vital within this game. They've already been in the game, so we've got 1 per map, so we've got 4 Trophy Lodges at the moment. But we need a DLC. A DLC where we can put any animal from any map in it, just like Call of the Wild has. One of the reasons Call of the Wild has excelled is because there's that customization and there's the different factor of it. So you can put mounts that contain so many different species, like coyotes versus wolves and stuff like that. That needs to be added to this game because it's just such a vital and important feature that players look for that we do not have in this game. Don't get me wrong, the existing lodges in this game are absolutely gorgeous. They are some of the best, or if not the best, hunting lodges within the community of hunting games. Ultimate Hunting have got some promising concepts that look pretty cool. Virtual Hunter, that is a new game. Well, it's not a new game, it's been out for a couple of years, but it's a game that has been on my mind recently, and their trophy lodges look to be the best out of any community. The customization with them is absolutely ridiculous. And then of course you've got Call of the Wild, which have two different trophy lodges that are detailed beyond belief, but they just don't have that customization factor to the next level where you can place plaques and animals wherever you want. But they have one up on Way of the Hunter where you can place any animal from any map within the lodges, and I think that is something that this game does really need. Keep the separate trophy lodges on each map, have one on each map, but there needs to be one big lodge where you can put any trophies. Now, I think moving on to number 2, we need random racks or non-typicals. They're the same thing basically, but the way Call of the Wild has stuff like true racks, they were added a few years ago, and it basically adds random racks onto the species. So the whitetail, no whitetail will ever be the same. They have the same gist of rack, but they will never look the same. There will be longer times on one than there is the other, and this is something this game desperately needs. Like, great, they did some work on the mule deer. There is now 4 or 5 different new racks for them, one with stickers, but it's realistically still the same rack. You'll see that rack on multiple animals. We need a complete rework of the antler generation system to the point where we do get completely random racks on animals every single time, rather than it being pretty much the same. Because people are starting to crack the codes now of, okay, so I've got this rack on my map. This will probably make 5-star then, because I've had 10 other 1-star mule or 4-star mule deers that have had this rack, and they've made 5-star. So I can pretty much guarantee that this one's now. But we need something else that completely changes it, and a different rack every single time. Now, my third thing is quite a big thing that I don't think will come, but I would love it to come. Realistic blood and bullet holes and bullet wounds. So, when you shoot an animal, in real life, it's a stream of blood. It's not casual blotches of blood every 5 or 10 meters or so. It is a constant streamline of blood splashed all over branches and leaves and stuff like that. That is something that hunting games are lacking in. Realistic physics when it comes to blood and stuff like that. The issue is, I can imagine it's extremely hard to make and extremely hard to produce, but it's something that takes the realism to the next level. The same with bullet holes and bullet wounds. When you shoot a mule deer badly, there's no blood coming out of it. It can just stand there and it looks like it's never been shot. Sometimes they don't even limp or have any pain around them. It's like nothing's ever happened to them. The issue is we need to see something like that. So you absolutely nail a mule deer at 100 yards and he's got nothing. What I want to see is blood pouring out of them and realistic blood trails like that, because it's a huge thing that games are missing out on. It's just the realism factor that when people see it in trailers and stuff, that's what grabs their attention. They're like, oh, okay, this game seems pretty realistic, cool. I'll probably buy it then, because we're lacking a realistic game within the community. And if Way of the Hunter can add that, that will spike some hype within the community, and people will end up enjoying it more and more, because it's just got that realism factor. Now, moving on to my final point. Rares for every species, every single one. We need a huge update in between the maps that has at least a majority of the species getting albino and melanistic variations. I mean, this could be my side showing that I don't know anything about creating games and stuff like that, but only having a couple rares a year added is just not cutting it. We need huge amounts of rares added each update. Maybe 10 added. That, I mean, species, not just rare fur types. So maybe 20 fur types added. That is what we need. Like, if we had that many rares added, so many people would be playing. They'd be like, oh, what? An albino Tara's been added. The amount of people that would want to play and farm that, or albino red deer on Matariki Park, or no, melanistic red deer on Matariki Park. And the thing is, they're not just adding, like, they're adding one fur type per species, so the mule deer on Nez Perce have melanistic but not albino, and the and the whitetail have albino but not melanistic. If I'm being honest, they really do need to step up their game when it comes to fur types and stuff like that. But anyway, I think that's all I'm going to have a rant about today. I really hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll catch you in the next one. Bye!